Freedom is something that humanity has strived to achieve since the beginning of time. It's influenced our decisions, our actions, and our way of life. However, the concept of freedom changes from one person to another, from race to race, and even from one religion to the next. Symbols of freedom can vary depending on the context a symbol is being used in and the kind of oppressor it's being used against. Today's video is all about symbols of freedom and their origins. Before we go ahead, don't forget to like and subscribe. Number 1. A bird in flight. Birds are a universal symbol of freedom because of their natural ability to fly and escape when necessary. They're always free and have control over their own life. A bird in a cage is a symbol of one's freedom taken away from them. There's a popular phrase, bird in a cage, which represents one's lack of freedom. However, not all birds are regarded as symbols of freedom. For example, doves depict freedom, but they also symbolize purity, peace, and hope. In the USA, the famous bald eagle is a national symbol of freedom, but it's also associated with many other concepts such as strength, courage, and leadership. Birds like ravens, vultures, and owls are rarely used to depict freedom. In fact, ravens and vultures represent ill omens and bad luck. An owl, on the other hand, symbolizes wisdom, but its cry can also represent forthcoming misfortune. Number 2. Wings. Wings are common symbols of freedom since they represent being able to fly away and escape from bad situations. If a bird loses its wings, it loses its freedom as well. The phrase to clip one's wings means to lose or restrain one's freedom and independence. This phrase originated from ancient Rome, where clipping birds' wings together to keep them from flying away was a common practice. Number 3. An open or broken birdcage. As mentioned earlier in this video, bird cages often represent the loss of freedom or something that restricts movement and life. This is because they're meant to imprison birds, which are amongst nature's freest creatures. An open or broken birdcage signifies the ability to claim one's freedom and escape oppression. Number 4. The Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty, which stands in Upper New York Bay, is one of the most famous symbols of freedom not just for Americans but for anyone entering the States. The statue was first conceived as a symbol of friendship between France and the United States. However, over time, its meaning has changed to something more than just that. The poem The Colossus, which was written by Emma Lazarus in 1883, can be seen engraved on the statue's pedestal. This poem served as a symbol of freedom to immigrants who chose to make America their home. Number 5. The Liberty Bell. The Liberty Bell is the oldest known symbol of freedom in the USA after it was created for the Independence Hall in 1752, which was then the Pennsylvania State House. The bell became a symbol of the American Revolution and the people's fight for independence. Inscribed on the bell itself is a Bible verse from Leviticus 25:10. Proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. This verse pretty much proves why the Liberty Bell has been the symbol of freedom and independence for over 3 centuries. Number 6. Flags. Each country and state's flag has a story which usually has something to do with how a nation freed itself from bondage and colonization. This is why a country's flag is a symbol of freedom for its people. Number 7. The cross. This religious symbol is one of the most famous, representing the way to heaven like a ladder. The cross is the Roman Catholic symbol for their Savior Jesus Christ. Catholics believe that it represents Jesus' selfless act of putting his life on the cross to free his people from original sin. There are many types of crosses, each with its own meaning and history. However, most have been Christianized and were used in early Christian evangelizing efforts. Some examples are the Celtic cross and the Ankh. Number 8. Buddha in Lotus Position. Buddha in the Lotus Position signifies freedom of the mind from worldly troubles, otherwise known as nirvana or enlightenment. It's one of the most important Buddhist symbols as it represents what Buddhists strive for. Buddhists believe nirvana is achieved after following the Eightfold Path and internalizing the 4 noble truths of the world. In this case, Buddha in Lotus posture represents spiritual freedom and contentment. Number 9. Fawah Hadi. The Fawah Hadi symbol is popular in African culture and signifies freedom, independence, and emancipation. Fawah Hadi is a derivative of an African expression which translates to the phrase, "Independence comes with its responsibilities." This symbol serves as a reminder that freedom and independence come at a price and should not be taken lightly. The Bono people in Ghana and Ivory Coast created this symbol along with several others that are known as the Adinkra symbols. These symbols are largely used in pottery, stools, clothing, and even architectural structures to convey traditional wisdom in various aspects of life and nature. Number 10. Broken chains. Back in the day, slaves had to wear chains on their arms, feet, and sometimes their neck, which literally meant stripping away not only their freedom but also their dignity. Broken chains symbolize freedom from unjust imprisonment and slavery. This is one of the most powerful and persistent symbols of freedom. Broken chains were also used during the French Revolution to signify the freedom of the peasants from the control of the monarchy or the third state. Number 11. A raised fist. A raised or clenched fist is an extremely popular symbol of defiance, unity, and solidarity. It's a simple gesture, but it represents the spirit to fight, overcoming adversity and injustice. From 1960 to 1970, the raised fist was used as a symbol of freedom and power by Black nationalist groups across the globe to break free from racial discrimination. Number 12. The rainbow. The rainbow and all of its variants seen on the Pride flag is a symbol of hope and liberation for members of the LGBTQ community. It was first used in 1987 for the San Francisco Gay Freedom Day celebration. Since then, it's been used to signify LGBTQ pride and freedom around the world. Today, the rainbow has transcended its original religious meanings to represent freedom for all sexes. And that brings us to the end of our video. Thank you for watching and we hope you enjoyed it. If you did and if you'd like to watch more videos like this one, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.